This video is closed captioned in English and Spanish subtitles. Things have become expensive all over the world, but the cities we are going to discuss with you today have the honor of being named the most expensive in the world. The ranking often fluctuates, but these cities have managed to retain their position for an astonishingly long amount of time. So, let us take a look at the 10 most expensive cities in the world. If you enjoy our videos, join us on our journey around the world by subscribing to our channel. Please click the bell icon to get notified when we publish a new video. Number 1. Hong Kong. Hong Kong is the special administrative region of China located to the east of the Pearl River. The city is famous for its towering skyscrapers and longest covered escalators. Here you'll find country parks and nature reserves because they cover 40% of the territory. When you look into the list of 2020 global billionaires, you'll find out that about 96 residents of Hong Kong are said to hold personal fortunes of US $1 billion or over. It is believed that Hong Kong has a high cost of living. The average price of a house in Hong Kong is more than 10 million Hong Kong dollars. When it comes to property, you'll see people lined up to pay the highest prices in the world for the property around $25,000 per square meter. This huge demand for property leads to new levels of unaffordability. However, to overcome this, Hong Kong's man-made islands steal the limelight. There are around 263 islands in Hong Kong, and only a few are accessible by ferries. Okay, travelers. The sponsor of today's video is SEOserviceagents.com. I have negotiated a discount code for all my viewers to get you a 20% discount on your first order with SEOserviceagents.com. There's a link in the description. The discount code is TravelDroner. Contact them for a free audit today. Thank you, SEO Service Agents, for sponsoring this video. Now, let us continue with the video. Number 2. Zurich, Switzerland. The city of Zurich lies at the north end of Lake Zurich in northern Switzerland. It is known for its international banking and finance institutions. If finance is your field of interest, then Zurich is a perfect place for you. This city is the center of the German-speaking part of Switzerland. Apart from its medieval history, the real question is what makes Zurich an expensive city? One cannot deny the fact that the salaries in Zurich are among the highest in Switzerland. Unfortunately, groceries, rent, clothing, restaurants, and transportation takes the biggest chunk out of the household budget. If you ever plan on living in Zurich, you might prefer cooking at home because ordering only a panini at some restaurant can simply cost you $18. Moreover, Zurich's Bahnhofstrasse shopping street will amaze you with luxury shops, but you may need a bank loan if you are hoping to make a purchase. This street is either for the super rich or ordinary folk making a one-off special and extravagant purchase. Prices for real estate here start at $10,000 per square meter, so all in all, it is a very expensive city to live in. Number 3. Paris, France. Known as the City of Lights or the City of Love, the streets of Paris overflow with its cafe culture, arts, designer boutiques, and gastronomy. Paris is the capital of France and is crisscrossed by wide boulevards and River Seine. Originally, Paris was a Roman city called Lutetia. Many of you must have dreamed of being proposed at the Eiffel Tower or visiting the famous Statue of Liberty, but tourism in Paris can be very expensive. According to EIU, Paris has been ranked as the 7th most costly city globally, which is well above London. If expensive living is your thing, then Paris is a perfect place for you. Paris is considered a fashion hub as it has attracted the world's foremost designers and has imbued its citizens with an innate sense of style. It is costly in terms of clothes, entertainment, and a basket of goods. The possible reason for this can be high wages and quality of products. This means that citizens of Paris have high purchasing power, which results in high real estate prices around $15,000 per square meter in the City of Lights. Number 4. New York, USA. New York is one of the world's most populous megacities, sometimes shortened as NYC. New York, unlike other cities, is known as the world's cultural, financial, and media hub. It is made up of 5 boroughs: Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, the Bronx, and Staten Island, and is located on the world's largest natural harbor. However, this vast territory has been labeled as one of the world's most costly cities. According to studies, an annual salary of $85,656.60 is required to live comfortably in New York City. Citizens spend approximately half of their salary on required expenses. Can you believe that New York City has 105 billionaires, more than nearly any other country on the planet? It's no surprise that Ralph Waldo described New York as sucked orange. Every person desires to buy a new home, yet renting a 2-bedroom apartment in New York costs around $3,500. This rent is the equivalent to 82% of the median American wage. Furthermore, private preschools and kindergartens in New York City can cost up to $50,000 per year, more than certain Ivy League institutions' annual tuition. Number 5. Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo is one of the most expensive cities in the world, in addition to being modern and strange. With nearly 36 million people, it is one of the world's most populous cities. From neon-lit skyscrapers to historic temples, Tokyo combines the ultra-modern and the traditional. Edo was the name given to Tokyo in the 20th century. The name was then changed to Tokyo as a result of the Meiji Restoration. When traveling abroad, it's always a good idea to have a rough idea of how much money you'll need to spend while you're there. And Japan is no different. Tokyo offers some of the cheapest local food in the world, yet it also has the world's best restaurants. Lunch in Tokyo can set you back around 1,000 yen, $9. The import quota is extremely high because Tokyo is known for its technology and product quality. As a result, the country's inflation rate rises. Clothing is more expensive and is tailored to Japanese norms. Furthermore, obtaining any type of lodging in Japan can be extremely expensive, around $17,000 per square meter for a house. Schools for foreigners are also pricey. Number 6. Singapore. Have you ever found yourself in a scenario where your wallet is full of cash one minute and then full of receipts the next? This is, after all, what the majority of Singaporeans go through. Singapore is a sovereign island city-state in Southeast Asia's maritime region. According to legend, the city is a vision of green hills and scarlet dust. Singapore is reliant on its neighbors for food because it lacks land, which means there is no agriculture. Importation inevitably leads to increased retail costs. As a result, the average expense for a single individual in Singapore, excluding rent, is roughly 800 Singapore dollars. Children of expats in Singapore are frequently sent to international schools, which further drives up costs. The lack of space also means that properties are really expensive, around $14,500 per square meter. Number 7. Shanghai, China. China is poised to become the world's largest economy by 2028, but one of its towns has already become the global economic center. Shanghai has climbed the ranks to become one of the world's most expensive cities. Shanghai has such a high degree of wealth that private purchases are more expensive than anywhere else on the planet. One of the most fundamental reasons for the increase in spending is that Shanghai residents are now much wealthier. The city has the 6th highest concentration of billionaires, with 18 billionaires last year. Even the pandemic contributed to their wealth as pharmaceutical companies saw their profits skyrocket. Buying property here will set you back around $13,000 per square meter. Number 8. Los Angeles, USA. Los Angeles, the second largest metropolis in the United States, draws people from all over the globe. LA is a magnet for aspiring actors, directors, producers, and screenwriters since it is a vibrant center for the multi-billion-dollar film business on Hollywood, as it is popularly known. Furthermore, the City of Angels is one of the world's most populous and expensive cities. It is well-titled because no ordinary person can afford to live comfortably here. A 2-room apartment in Los Angeles costs roughly $2,250 per month on average. If you consider yourself wealthy and want to buy a home in Los Angeles, the cost will be roughly $800,000 upwards. Living in a city full of movie stars is going to be expensive. Their presence drives up prices of everything, from utilities to food and transport costs. Number 9. Tel Aviv, Israel. The cost of living in Israel cannot be compared to that of its Middle Eastern counterparts. It is more comparable to that of Israel's Western peers. Israel's overall cost of living is greater than that of the majority of OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development countries. A 3-room flat in Tel Aviv costs roughly $5,500 per month to rent. If you wish to pursue higher education in private institutions or overseas colleges, it is also quite costly. The government subsidizes free public education from preschool to grade 12 at the most basic level. Within the city, utility and food costs are also very high. Local transportation within the city is also quite costly. Buying a property will set you back around $12,000 per square meter. So, while you're there, have your checkbook handy. The trip isn't going to be inexpensive. Number 10. Osaka, Japan. Osaka is Japan's second largest city after Tokyo. It's only a short train trip away from the capital, but the city's feel and intensity are significantly different from Tokyo's. The average monthly salary of $2,400 is insufficient to cover all expenses. The rent for a 2-bedroom apartment is well above $1,000, not including other costs such as utilities. A 1-bedroom apartment in the city center costs $7,100 per square meter, and monthly school tuition for one child is around $5,200. But if you want to be fancy, the charge for an international primary school costs around $9,500 per year. We hope you enjoyed this video. Which city would you like to visit from the list? Let us know in the comment section below the video. And if you like this video, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so you will be the first to know when we publish a new video. Thanks for watching.